to the consciousness as our very own reality. The superconscious space that each one of us can experience as our reality. It is a science because it is repeatable and we can start manifesting each one of us. That's why science of our manifestation is given by the evidences. Beautifully, the evidences follows with the science of our manifestation. The scriptural evidences, Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas are the scriptural references. Apta Pramana, who are the Aptas? Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas. All of them, the results and experience of the Aptas, the authority of Hinduism, and who have manifested all the powers of Paramashivoham, and they have experienced from human to superconscious being. And Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of each power manifestation, Bhagavan's very own Leela to showcase how a human can experience the superconscious breakthrough and live as the superconscious being, conscious sovereignty as their reality. Shakshi Pramanas, millions of disciple devotees, followers all around the world initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Bhagavan says, whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard, I myself will reside and manifest through them as their reality. The auspiciousness, abundance, healing, everything. And Pratyaksha Pramana, the effect of being in the enlightened state, the scientific study done on that, the thoughtless space. People run all over the world to find that peace. Here, Bhagavan, with a cup of coffee or a chocolate drink, he gives you that beautiful space of oneness of Paramashiva, Parashakti. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The greatest science that Bhagavan has given it, very simple and easy way for us to understand and manifest as reality. Each one of us, understanding the higher science, the higher reality, simply will start living the auspiciousness and abundance as our reality. The Shastra Pramana is from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.15.
Revealed in the source scriptures, Veda Agamas.
From the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.15. Hridaye chitta samghatad drishyaswapadarsanam. Hridaye chitta samghatad drishyaswapadarsanam.
Beautifully, Paramashiva says, sorry for the technical glitch. Beautifully, Paramashiva says, when the individual mind is united to the core consciousness, every observer or objective phenomena and even the absence of any objective phenomenon is directly experienced as the form of consciousness and appears its existential reality as it is. Bhagavan says, if you remove the delusion, simply we can experience the ultimate reality as how we can exist as the ultimate space of oneness. He gives us so much of reference how the moon itself does not have the light. It is a reflection of the sun which gets into the moon and it reflects as a light. Same way, Bhagavan says, how it does not have the light by itself. Same way, our mind does not have the light by itself. It does not have existential reality, whatever we perceive with our mind. But from the source, who we are, the conscious sovereignty, the Paramashiva space in us, gives the light to the mind. And that is how it shows as though it is real. And we start believing that it starts having the light and start living by the delusion. When we understand the core cognition, the light of the mind, the five senses that we are experiencing, it itself doesn't have any meaning. As a child, you did not differentiate between the bad smell or good taste or bad taste. You just had it. But as you grew, you started knowing because of the mind which is created. And so you thought that mind is the one which is going to make you survive this whole reality, and started giving importance. When Prahlada was born, because Narada had given him the Mahavakya in the womb itself, he chose not to choose the mind but the conscious sovereignty, and started living everything is Vishnu, and he sees and experience only Vishnu as his reality. When he started living that, he was the more bigger king than his father, and simply he experienced the ultimate truth, and he made even a pillar pregnant for Narsimha to happen and take care of his father Hiranyakasipu, and simply remove his delusion to liberate him and give him back his father who's continuously in the delusion. The ultimate science, how it happens if we understand the higher reality. The quantum space, Bhagavan says, is the reality how we are. It directly says here, every observer or objective phenomena, or even the absence of the objective phenomena, is directly experienced as the form of consciousness. Whether it exists or not exists, everything exists as the consciousness, and everything exists as Paramashiva and manifest as Parashakti. Whether we understand it or not, whether we believe it or not, whether we accept it or not, it is the reality. And more aligning to that, the more aware we are for the inner space, that who we hold, what we hold, we start manifesting that as our reality. If our inner space is filled with all the incompletion of the mind, then that is the projection of our life. And we are deluded more and more. And when we reach our delusion more, and we see there is nothing but more delusion, more problems just lead to more problems and more problems. There's no end of it, because we keep on recreating what we experienced as a child in the root pattern and continue that life throughout our life and get bored, tired, and disease and death. Here Bhagavan gives us liberation by making us understand, complete from whatever you understand as the reality, and perceive the holy inner space where you hold Paramashiva, Parashakti. What happens? You don't lose anything. When you wake up from your dream, you don't lose your parents, you don't lose anything. Rather, gain it more authentically. That is what authenticity, the Vairagya, starts happening in you as reality. And Jnana Vairagya, the understanding, and Vairagya, the will persistence coming from the understanding that everything is a delusion, everything is a dream, and raising to the higher consciousness, you will wake up so that you can manifest whatever reality that you want as your reality, as powerful cognition that you can manifest the whole reality. Bhagavan says, work on the body and detox your body in such a way the delusion simply withers away. It is only the body, all the toxin. We are loaded with trillions of cells, which is only parasites and microbes and all the things which are constantly making us obsessive, compulsive, reactory mode. Rather than drop all that delusion, the thin layer that Bhagavan says, and simply be only unclutched into the space of oneness and see what happens. We know the other end. If we know the other end, this said that Paramashiva can manifest, that is the science of our manifestation. The Apta Pramana, Aptas are avatars, here presenting their leelas. Krishna, whenever he opened his mouth to Yashoda, he showed the galaxies and universe and lokas that she was completely off the delusion and came to the reality of oneness. But whenever Krishna started crying, she went back to her delusion, and continuously she was into the taking care of Krishna as a child. So what the beautiful space Krishna could understand his mom Yashoda and simply raise her to the powerful cognition of what is reality. Such a beautiful space to have Avatar as your son. Janaka had Sita as the and Rama as the son-in-law. Emperor, who was an enlightened, lived only conscious sovereignty as his reality. He did not even get disturbed when his palace was getting burnt. He knew everything is just a delusion which can be just created at his will. He was such a powerful emperor that Sita lived so beautifully even in a forest with that powerful cognition that everything is conscious sovereignty, Bhagavan beautifully describes in the Atma Pramana.
I just turned, I saw Amsananda Swami only. He was only staring at me too strongly. He was staring at me. I asked him, why you are looking at me like this, Baba? He said, when you were explaining intensely, I understood whatever you are sharing, it is directly from your experience. So I wanted to look in. Whatever is in your inner space, I just wanted to grasp. When I looked in, I saw it's a whole cosmos opening. I got frightened. You turned towards me. He said he was trying to look into me to understand this whole verse as it is from my inner space. But in my inner space, he only saw the cosmos. He got frightened. The moment he got frightened and started losing himself, I just turned my head. He said, I can see very clearly. Everything is from directly your own experience. These people are blessed. He was telling about the few of the devotees who were listening. He said, these fellows are blessed. Agnena yasupataraye asman vishwani deva vayunani vidvan yuyot yasmajjuhuranamena bhuyishtam denama uktim videma. Listen. Agni is the knower of all our actions, and all that is worth knowing in the universe he knows. Please understand. Anywhere knowledge happens, Agni has to be there. Without Agni, knowledge cannot happen. All the spaces, planets where Agni is not possible, knowledge is not possible. The modern day scientists are searching and trying to find if there is a place with water, human beings will be there or aliens will be there. I tell you, no. If there's a place where Agni can happen, only there life can happen, knowledge can happen, nowhere else. Only where Agni can happen, knowledge can happen, life can happen, nowhere else. Agni. Who is knower of all our actions and everything worth knowing. Whatever is worth knowing in the planet Earth, Agni knows it. He knows it. The Upanishadic rishis are addressing Agni as knower of all our actions and all that is worth knowing. Then they pray, you must take us along the righteous and auspicious path of completion. You must take us. Please understand. The prayer is not casual, very deep, detailed. You must take us. Completion. Subhadharaye asman vishwani deva vayunani vidvan. You must take us.
Beautiful.
Beautifully, Bhagavan says how the Agni is the source of the knowledge and how a science when we are in the conscious sovereignty. Now, the devotee in Shakshi Pramana has clearly said this Paramashivoham level 2 participant has the mind reading this picture where she sees all the features of the aeroplane and was able to tell the mind reading of the other person. Now, let's go to the guidelines to understand how we can experience the conscious sovereignty as our reality. Each one of us have to experience the higher reality. Bhagavan pours in us all the blessings. Now it is our turn to manifest as our reality. And here the guidelines beautifully says how you can apply the Jnananjan, Bhagavan's very own DNA, into your third eye and your temple, which will start activating your third eye. If you have the basma, you can apply the basma and kumkum. If you don't have, you can apply even the turmeric. And if you do the Trineta Kumbhaka every day, 11 times in the morning, 11 times in the evening, it's the ultimate cleansing of the third eye. These detox programs that Bhagavan is giving is the lifestyle. It is not one-time medicines like you have in the Western. But following the lifestyle, in few years, you will become Kayakalpa body. Simply the best body that you can have for superconscious breakthrough. Here, Bhagavan says, if you have a partner, that's wonderful. Ask them to draw the pictures that they want you to scan in their mind and keep it for themselves. And you can scan through your third eye and ask them at the end of the session if it is authentically correct. Or you can call somebody and tell them that you're going to scan their mind for different things, whatever they want. And you can write down the details, whatever Parashakti, Paramashiva is showing you, and share it at the end of the session. If you just have your Kundalini energy, if you're feeling you're not manifesting anything, simply surrender everything to Bhagavan Paramashiva. You will simply start understanding you are manifesting. How when we start walking or talking or experiencing different things, we first know it is going to happen and then we start. Exactly, power manifestation is also the same thing. You having the will persistence, that will is something you see yourself manifesting all these great powers as reality. Paramashiva himself blessing you with all these great answers and details and bringing auspicious and abundance. Each time you see yourself it happen, simply you will see that the Mahavakya and the oneness space simply manifest as reality. When you go to the temple, what exactly happens? You go and pray completely into oneness space and say, Bhagavan, manifest this for me. And you know for sure if you go to this temple, it will happen. And exactly like that, it happens. Because when you are in the temple, your thoughts go down, and in that superconscious space, whatever you wish become reality. That is exactly what happens in the Kailash courtyard. When you are in oneness with Paramashiva and you're deep in the bhava, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, unclutching all the other things, whatever you know as thought, simply something manifest in you as higher reality. Even 3 to 4 seconds, if you can hold the bhava, Bhagavan says, I can manifest in you as conscious sovereignty. So sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Put away your gadgets for a few minutes. Visualize Paramashiva, Parashakti, her grace, her beauty, her gesture, her laugh, her attending to every detail, uncomparable compassion, overflowing joy, everything that you see in her. Just hold that in your inner space continuously, and whatever thought comes, unclutch from that. Whatever in satsang you saw Paramashiva and his words, keep repeating in your inner space so that you are holding only Paramashiva as your reality. Chanting the Mahavakya till it becomes Ajaba Ajaba. When you chant the Mahavakya, simply you start melting into the oneness with Paramashiva. The more longer and beautiful song it is, more you are engrossed in the words of Paramashiva and in the lotus feet of Paramashiva. So merge yourself into Paramashiva by chanting the Mahavakya, and whatever you know as the space of oneness, bhava that you can experience, start holding that bhava of Paramashiva, continuously chanting, holding the bhava, listening to the chanting, merging into oneness. Whatever Paramashiva shows, write it down. And at the end of the session, we'll have time to verify it and share with the world. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Let's get into the deep meditation of oneness with Paramashiva.
Ya Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amritapur, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amritapur, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Beautiful. Whatever you have now experienced with the other person, whatever you have written down, please open your eyes and ask your partner whether whatever you are seeing through your third eye, Parashakti, whatever she has revealed, please verify authentically with your partner. Ask them whether that is what they had written or they had thought about. Sometimes even the deeper things they are thinking will be visible for you. And simply after some time, they will come back and say, yes, I was thinking about it exactly. How did you know? And simply you will exactly catch the thread. Many times it has happened. They even forgot what they was thinking. As usual, they are in their delusion also. And you got it exactly what it is. And after some time, when they remember, they call you. So many a times, whatever Paramashiva shows, they realize that that is correct. So please go ahead and share it and authentically verify the details. We'll have one more cycle of our manifestation of mind reading, sharing the pictures and thought currents, what the other partner has, reading through the mind reading. So let's start surrendering all the thoughts that whatever we have and get prepared for ourselves to more and more do the mind reading and in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. All these greater truth, Bhagavan says, when you want to imbibe something, just humbly surrender. Those days there was no telescope, microscope, nothing. If they want to know about Jupiter, if they want to know about moon, they simply surrender into humbleness with the moon, have entanglement with moon, and moon reveals itself to the person. That's how they got everything accurate to the core, to the exact dot, exact points. Whether it is architecture or astrology, they just were able to have the higher science. If we wake up to the higher reality, we will also experience the highest possibility. How Buddha or Shankara, all of them just were able to tap the highest knowledge, and each one of us can experience that. All of us are in the conscious sovereignty as reality who have come down to experience and celebrate Bhagavan. All of us can experience the ultimate consciousness. Now let's get ready for the second cycle. Let's sit with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Continuously unclutch from whatever we know as thoughts and surrender everything to Bhagavan's lotus feet. Let's hold only Paramashiva, Parashakti in your third eye and constantly chant the Mahavakya, being in the Bhava, experiencing the Shaktipada, Shaktinipada just now that Bhagavan has initiated all of us into. Hold only Paramashiva in your inner space. If you are in a Thiruvannamalai with Paramashiva, Arunachala, what would you do? Only you will be in so much of alive and presence. Hold that space and continuously chant the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya simply melts you into the higher frequency. What is a frequency? Our thought has a frequency and we have a frequency of our inner space. Our frequency is much greater and grandeur. The thoughts have teeny tiny frequencies which are nothing but removing our energy out of our system. That is why we get bored and tired of ourselves. We want back to sleep. We have to get rid of ourselves, Bhagavan says. so that if you drop the thoughts, those energy are not dissipated from you. And simply all the energy focus on the Paramashiva space, the self, the Paramashiva, the conscious sovereignty. Then you start manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Hold that powerful cognition. You are Paramashiva, you are Parashakti. And sitting as 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands, alive, experiencing that oneness, the ultimate space of oneness, you will simply manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Let's hold that cognition and start chanting the Mahavakya from your navel center intensely with a deep listening. Just forgetting everything, how you go into the sleep, just be in the space of oneness for few seconds and you will experience the ultimate reality. For few minutes, we will have the meditation, and after the meditation, after this cycle, you can verify with your partner what they have thought. So clearly tell them you're going to start that meditation on whatever you think right now. Write it down. I will call you back and I will verify with you. If you have a partner right next to you, that's excellent. Or you can call and make sure they understand. And you can start chanting the Mahavakya, experiencing the oneness, manifesting the power of mind reading.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham,
Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Please open your eyes and verify. And after you verify, please share with the world. Why do we need to share? Bhagavan showers us with the blessings, boons, powerful cognition. Thanking Bhagavan is the 5 minutes work that we can offer to Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, Only the moments when you're enriching, you are in ultimate awareness, the conscious sovereignty simply starts flowing. All the other times we are forgetting to what we are in delusion. When you're enriching and contributing to others' life, to the highest reality, that is what the authenticity where you start manifesting conscious sovereignty. This is a part of the power manifestation, science of power manifestation, to enrich and cause others' reality to the highest possibility. And if you see a dollar sign, you can offer and contribute to Kailasha. Again and again, whatever Bhagwan pours into all of us, simply without any returns. Even for all this that we are offering is only a gesture from our side. He is pouring, and which is not, we cannot price it. It is unmeasurable that whatever he's showering on all of us. If you're here in this session, you know that how much we have gained. Offer your contribution as simple as 1 unit of your currency as your gratitude to Kailasha, and share with the world, even in one line, how you experience the powerful cognition. You can share it in your social media or in tinyurl.com/power manifestation. If you don't have anything, you can just get into the group Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power Group and share the others' responses also. Sharing and contributing to others' life is the greatest gift that Bhagwan has given us through this possibility. So let's surrender all the powerful cognition and power manifestation to Bhagwan's lotus feet, and a deep gratitude and yearning to make Paramashiva as our existential reality. Thanking everyone here for manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, and thanking Bhagwan deeply, and ending the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. See you after 6 p.m. in the Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power session. In the Zoom session, it will be happening. You can log in through eKailash.